Yeah, so welcome to our second session of week 5, where we will be writing our first plot application. So, darling, I'm going to confirm if you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, we can see.
Okay, thank you so much. So, head over to week 5, lesson 3. So, where we will be writing our first plot application, but before that, first need to understand widgets. Okay? So, what are widgets? So, widgets are the building blocks of a Flutter app's user interface. So, anything you see on a Flutter application is a widget. So, in Flutter, anything you see on the screen, whether it's a text, image, or a button, those are widgets. Even structural elements like rows, columns, and layouts are all widgets. So, the combination. So, a combination of the widgets in an app. That's what we call a widget tree. So Flutter uses a widget tree to determine how widgets are arranged and displayed. So widgets are lightweight and designed to be usable. So everything you see in a Flutter application is a widget, whether it's a text, image, or a button. Okay, so we have two types of widgets. We have stateless and stateful. This is a very common question in interviews. So what's a stateless widget? So a stateless widget is a widget that's immutable, or rather, these widgets are immutable, meaning their state cannot change after they are built. So this one does not take the user input, does not take the user context. For example, you can have a stateless widget, icon, or an app. So use when the UI is started. So when you're interacting with the application, that widget is usually static, does not change. It's not even clickable. For example, let's all open our mobile phones, rather unlock it. Do we all have WhatsApp? Do we all have WhatsApp?
Yes, we do.
Who does not have WhatsApp? For sure what? Who does not? So we all have WhatsApp. Okay, just open your WhatsApp. What do you see on top left? Top left.
The name WhatsApp.
Anybody else? Darling Nyamdura, what do you see on top left?
WhatsApp, it's like the logo.
Okay, let's all click that logo, that word WhatsApp. Let's all click it and tell us what do you get after clicking it. Anybody with a response on how the app behaves after clicking it?
Nothing happens.
Nothing. So let's take WhatsApp as a Flutter app. We said a stateless widget can either be an icon, a text, even a, or even an app bar. So take for example, WhatsApp was built by Flutter. Once you try to click the WhatsApp, nothing changes. So that now qualifies to be a stateless widget. Does not change over time, does not take the user input, and it's just static. It's just static, like it does not take any user inputs. Okay? Yes, you might go to maybe updates, communities, you click anything, any button, other buttons might work. For example, the camera, the search, and the drawer. But now the WhatsApp does not take anything. So that qualifies to be a stateless widget, assuming WhatsApp is built in Flutter. What's the opposite of stateless? We have stateful widgets. So these widgets are mutable, meaning they change their state during runtime. examples, checkboxes, slider, text field. So let's say somebody sends a poll in our WhatsApp group, or even try to type in our message, text field. Are you able to type in the message box where you usually type a message to somebody in WhatsApp? Are you usually able to type something inside your inbox? As I'm talking about, if you open WhatsApp group, inside there's a text field written message and there's a cursor that blinks. Are you able to append your words there?
We can't hear you clearly.
Are we able to type inside our WhatsApp group? Are we able to type?
No, we are not able to type.
Why?
Because the group is only restricted to admins.
What about now?
Okay, now we are able to type.
The group was not even admitted since I think from Thursday last week. So are you able now to type something in that text field?
Yes.
So that's a stateful widget. An example of a stateful widget is a text field. Even when you're filling a form for specialization, we have the checkboxes of either you're choosing Flutter, you're choosing Python, you're choosing any other specialization language. So those are stateful widgets. They change over time. We take user inputs. Okay. So just master the difference between the two. Right. So and that's a very common question when it comes to interviews. People usually ask differences between stateful and stateless. Okay. So stateful, they change. They are used when the UI needs to update dynamically based on user interactions or data changes. It takes user commands. Example, a slider can slide. Maybe you have a carousel whereby images slide from the right to left, right to left, and slide them from left to right. See? So building simple UIs. Is there any question from step 11 and step 2? We have any question? So silent means right. So have you now understood step less versus step 2?
We're still digesting.
Okay. No problem. You can just read the two. Let me give you 1 minute to digest. Yeah, I'm sure now you can digest.
Yes.
So you still need some minutes.
I think we're good. Or I'm good.
Just a minute. They can just Yeah, you should now be able to deploy so to right, even in an interview setup. So
Yes.
let's now proceed. Yeah, so building a simple UI. So okay, by combining widgets, you can build complex UIs. Okay, by just combining your widgets, you can come up with a Flutter application. Okay, so you can use a column widget to arrange a group of widgets vertically. I don't know, uh, row and column. Which one is vertical? Is it column or row?
Column. Column is vertical.
Column is vertical.
Okay, so vertical is like from left to right.
No, from
Top to
up
bottom.
down to, yeah.
No. Yeah, vertical is from,
Top to bottom.
yeah. So row is horizontal.
Horizontal is left to right.
Yeah, that's so on. So you can also wrap a text inside a text widget inside a padding widget to add space around the text. So basically, Flutter is about UI, user interface. So you can also place a button widget within a container to style it with a background color, padding, and borders. So you can place a button, maybe submit button, cancel. You know? So the key takeaways: widgets are reusable. So that means you can use a widget anywhere in your code. It's not that you don't use it once and you stop using it. It's the same widget. Use setless widgets for static UI elements. Static, which means there has not change. Okay.
Yes.
Use stateful widget for interactive or dynamic UI elements. So if you want users using your app to fill a form, have some text field, use stateful widget because those are the widgets that allow user interaction. So familiarize yourself with common widgets like text. So text is just used to add text. Container basically contains other widgets. Buttons are used to create. Button widget is used to create a button, maybe for submit. We have buttons such as I'm sure we've seen buttons such as submit, cancel. Maybe you're purchasing something, proceed to checkout, something like that. Lists, when you're trying to list, they form the core of most Flutter apps. So that is it. Very short description. So let's now create a basic Flutter application. Open your IDE. Start by launching Visual Studio Code. So let's all do that. Let's all open with VS Code. So just a reminder, in case you did not install Flutter extension, here is what you should do. Go to extensions, the last icon. Go to extensions, type Flutter, then get the first one. For me, it's already installed. So let's proceed. So start a new Flutter project. Open a terminal or command prompt. Yeah? Open the terminal. You can choose to open your terminal outside, or you can just choose to open the terminal with the VS Code. At the top, you have terminal, new terminal. So this because it's confusing. Yes, so you've opened your terminal. Create a new Flutter project using Flutter create commands. Right? So we are going to create Flutter project or the app using Flutter create command. So Flutter create, then your project name. Okay. So what do we call our Flutter app? Somebody give us a name. Let's just name it our app. Okay. Then you hit enter. Are we following? Are we there, Jim? Are we there? Have you seen it? You've not seen it.
We are following. I'm
Kindly
following.
repeat.
Hmm?
Kindly repeat. Kindly repeat. Yes.
Okay. So what we did, okay, allow me to just delete it. Then we will do it again. So shift delete. So what we just done is that if we want to create a Flutter application, we use the word Flutter create. So Flutter create, then your app name. So we named it our app. Then are we together up to there? Are we together up to there?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Okay. Anybody who's not there. Anybody who's not there. I'm willing to repeat. Okay, we're all there. So
Where
once you
is the
Flutter
file?
create and you name
Where is,
your app,
I came in late.
where is
I
the
hope
file
you're
directory?
not gone far.
I'm not going for. We are just running. We're just creating our first Flutter app.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay, Alan, where is the folder? There's no, you're not created a folder to save the, or am I wrong? Where's the folder?
Yeah. Okay. You know what? You know we are now creating a whole Flutter, which is a project on its own. So it will just be on its own folder, but you can choose to put it in any folder, or you can just create from the terminal. Then it will just be standard. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So after Flutter create our app, you hit enter. Everybody should be there. I want everyone to do this before we proceed.
Yeah.
Wayne, you should mute. Wayne, mute, please. Yeah, so everybody, Flutter create. Anybody was done? It's just, you just create, press enter.
It's still creating.
It's not creating.
No, it's still creating. It's in the process.
Yeah, that one depends on your connectivity. Esther, you there? Esther, Esther, you don't.
Not yet.
Where are you stuck? Emma, where are you now?
Okay, I've opened the VS Code. I don't have a folder yet. So should I create a folder or I just open the terminal?
You can just choose open a terminal because this is
Okay.
already a project on its own. So just open terminal, then Flutter create. Then you name your app. Be careful, some names might not accept, does not accept camel case. So, I show Vance who is there. We are willing to wait for anyone who is not in there. So I show Vance those that are created. Only one person. The rest, where are we stuck? Where are we stuck? Where are we stuck? Or is it still creating? Anybody?
I'm okay. So it has worked.
Nice one. So you can raise your hand. We just want to know, well, how we are cruising so that we don't leave anyone behind. Our goal in this lesson is to ensure everybody has run a fast plan application and use AI to modify the app. I see the hands have increasing. You don't protect Mangidi. What's up?
Yeah, mine is already created.
Yeah, we need you to raise your hand so that we that maybe debugging anyone who's facing an error. Janet, you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Jennifer, Mokoyama. Mokoyama. Okay, so for anyone who's wondering what you're doing, this is the command to run. Okay? Flutter creates should be doing. Yes, Jennifer?
Hello, Alan. Sorry.
You can. You okay? I think you can type because your network is a bit not clear. You can type. Yeah. So let's be keen here. The next step. So once you've created it, towards the last part of it, in order to run an application, type.
If you can maybe repeat that thingy that you put in that instruction. Yeah, I'm getting an error on my side.
Why are you getting an error? Okay. Just Flutter create create, then you name your app, then hit enter. Please. So in order to run your application, you type the following. CD our app. What does CD mean? Getting into this application. Okay. As you can see, it has changed. My path has changed. Stroke our app. So I'm now inside the app we created. Then what do I do next? I Flutter run. Once I Flutter run, I'm now getting options on where should I dispose my app. Rather, where do I display my app? So I can choose
Alan.
one for Linux,
Alan,
two for Chrome.
Alan,
Yes.
could you get closer to your mic?
Would you?
Could you get closer to your mic?
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, but I think you can be more audible if you can.
Am I really far from the mic?
From my side, yes.
How about now?
You're at least.
Okay. So once we get into the application, what do? We run our application using the command Flutter run. So once you click Flutter run, you are able to see your options on where your app can be displayed. So the first thing is Linux, 1, 2, Chrome. So if you're using Windows, you will see Windows and Chrome. So you can choose any. Let me choose Linux. I click 1. So it's building so that it can dispose. The building is ongoing. You want to see your files, you know, might not even need to see it here. It's opening. So we have opened the other one. Let me run it again. It's the same project. I've just opened it, the folder containing it. Or rather, I've opened its parent folder, which is just named our app. So it's building. We just wait. So mine is successful. It has built. So what do we know about Flutter? It's mobile oriented, or rather the flagship of Flutter is mobile. So I can just reduce the screen to be a mobile phone. Then there I am with my first Flutter application. I can press this button here. It changes. Yeah. So we need to be all here so that we can proceed. So anybody stuck? Are we okay?
Yeah, I got an error. It's saying unable to find suitable Visual Studio toolchain. Please run Flutter Doctor for more details. What do I do? Do I download the Visual Studio?
Yeah, you don't have VS Code?
No, it's the one I'm using. This one is Visual Studio. Is it the same?
Yeah, VS Code, the blue icon.
I have it. It's the one that I'm using.
You have Flutter extension?
Yeah, I did download it.
Okay, just paste the error in the GPT. It can give you the biggest answer. It might just solve them. It could just be one dependency. Then
Mine
just
shows
let us know.
nothing.
Just let us know.
Mine shows nothing. When I enter Flutter create our app, it is
It's not displaying anything.
yes.
Have you Flutter run it?
Sorry?
Have you Flutter run?
Yes.
It should be displaying. It should be. George Gitonga?
Mine is displaying. It's okay. It's displaying.
So for anyone who's not getting any display, let me just kill this display of mine, then I just Flutter run it again. So once you are inside your app, ensure you've CD'd into your app. CD into the app you built. And after that, you run. Boniface, give it another shot.
Okay.
Are you still stuck?
I think her issue is because at the bottom right, we usually have the debug options. It's not set to Chrome. It is like when she runs it, it's using the Windows version. So it won't run because that's what it asks for the toolchain and all that.
Okay, I can choose Chrome. Can I use Chrome?
I was suggesting a fix for the lady that had an issue when she tried running.
Oh, Esther. Please, you can provide the solution.
So on her Visual Studio Code at the bottom right, she just needs to change the where yours is like Linux. She needs to change that to Chrome.
Yeah.
And then it will run.
You can try it. Thank you so much. So you might be wondering, where does this code, where is this app coming from? Like, where is this code that has rendered this app coming
Alan,
from? Yes.
I'm having a problem too. Same with the one Esther asked.
Okay, please
And
select. You can just choose Chrome here.
I choose Chrome.
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So you might be wondering, where is our code put? So in our list of files, or rather folders, we have a folder written lib or librat. Okay. So inside the lib, that's where we have our main.dat. So if we thought we ran away from that, then we are mistaken. That is still here and it will follow us. We are still having that for as long as we are coding Flutter. So things to do with classes, functions, void main, of course, it's still in our site. Okay. So we said one of the powerful features of Flutter app is hot reload. And we said hot reload is that I don't have to restart my entire app for me to see changes. I can just hot reload it. So how do we hot reload in Flutter? Let's go step by step. Here it's written Flutter demo homepage. That's our app bar. We can try to locate it where it is. It's in line 33, Flutter demo homepage. We can change this to somebody give us another description that we can change this text to.
First Flutter.
First
Flutter app.
Hello.
Okay, and ensure you save your control S. So you can see here it still says first Flutter demo app, Flutter demo homepage, right? But we've changed the title to be first Flutter app. So what do we do? So when you're running your app, you can see there's some fire here that's still burning. I don't know if it's burning your laptop. I don't know. So R for hot reload, small r, right? So we do not really need to restart our entire app. We just want to see the changes. So I can come here at the last part of the terminal. It actually accepts user inputs. So I just click small r in my keyboard. Small r, performing hot reload. And here we see first Flutter app. Have we seen it?
Yes.
Yes.
Have we seen it? Have we seen it? You see, it's magic.
Please zoom in a bit.
Okay, let me zoom in so that we can all see the magic.
Okay.
So we said, if you want to make changes to your app, you don't really have to kill the app and restart it again. You can just make changes to your first Flutter app, build it. Then we'll discuss all the code, don't worry, in class. I save my work, and I come to the last part of my terminal where there is fire. Fire tells me if I press small r, I should hot reload. If I press capital R, I should hot restart. So I ensure that I'm not in caps lock so that I can just restart it. I reload it, sorry, and I click small r, performing hot reload. And here we see first Flutter app built in class. So what happens if I want to restart my entire application? Let's say I've made huge changes and I feel like I should just restart my application. I press capital R. See the way you always restart your machine? That is the same thing. So hot restart also works closely to that, only that this one kills the app first and restarts it again. The other one just reloads, like just refreshes the app. Yeah. So I now have some small questions for you. From the app we're seeing, how many widgets are we able to see? For example, here, if I try to click this first Flutter app meeting class, I'm not able to do anything. So which widget is that? Is it stateless or stateful?
Stateless.
Yes. It's a
Stateless.
widget. Yeah.
If I also click this guy here, you have pushed the button this many times, I'm not able to do anything. Which widget is it?
Stateless.
If I press this button here,
Stateful.
Stateful. It accepts user commands. Good. That's so good. Okay, so let's just proceed with the element. Just have a small look on what the app is saying. So Flutter, we've done this, replace your project name, we've done all that. Modify the main.dart file to have the following code. So you want to modify the app, just want to modify the app, the main.dart, which is the parent file, to have this kind of code so that we can all explain the code together. So allow me to paste it. So we just explain the entire of it. Do not worry. And I save. So you can also do that on your own. You can also just paste it on your own. So I don't know where should I send this code to. So since most of us are not in week 5, let me paste the code here. Then I share with you. So do not edit, just copy the code, do not edit. So just do that, then we can use it. Make sure you have that code first. Have we pasted the code?
Yes.
Maureen, Wanjiru, have we pasted the code? James Angatia.
The
Yes,
microphone sounds static.
Yeah, I've pasted.
Yeah, pasted.
Okay, anyone who has not pasted, we can help you.
For me, I was left behind. But it has run after choosing Chrome. So the next command.
Okay, I've sent, check on the chat. I've sent the Google Docs. So take that code and replace it. Replace the one in your lib folder, main.dat file. So you're basically replacing the default code that Flutter gives you once you start create, and now you are able to change. So I would like each one of us, those who have already pasted, please just hot reload. Please hot reload. Do you remember how to hot reload? Okay, I can not use that. What should we start because we've made many changes? Gideon Protect, have you got started?
I'm pasting.
Okay. So basically Flutter is all about user interface. So that was the basic one. As we dig deeper. You should be thinking something like this. So it should not really take a lot of time, just testing and not restarting. So let's now explain what exactly are we talking about? What is the code about? Okay. So the first line of code, let me just minimize this.
Alan, your voice. There's a lot of noise from your screen.
Noise?
Yeah, your voice is breaking a lot.
It sounds static.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yes, very, very static, like radios of the ages.
How about now? Guys, I don't know, and I am just speaking very well. Can I send you a voice note in the WhatsApp?
That's not the problem. It seems like the microphone is a problem or the earphones you're using. In Angorot, in short.
There's frequency noise. In short, there's frequency noise.
Okay. Allow me to revert back to using the earphone because now I thought I'd fix this thing, but now think things are not going well. Allow me to check. How about now?
Yeah, that's good.
Better.
Is it better?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
that's
clear.
good. That's good. Yeah.
Okay, so we've made changes to our main.dat file. So let's now explain step by step so that we understand what exactly are we talking about. So the first guy here, the first line, import the Flutter material package, which provides the UI components like buttons, text, and layouts. So this import the Flutter material package. This one comes with the widgets. Okay. This one imports the widgets. Okay. So it comes with all the UI components. So the main function is the entry point of every Flutter application. That void main. Okay. So void main function is usually the we've interacted usually with void main function, right? True or false?
True.
True.
Yeah. We've been talking about that void main from the day we met all the way to today. So so inside the main void main, you have the run app. So the run app, this is a function that starts the app and loads the my app widget as the root widget. So we have the root widget here called my app. Okay. So my app is the root widget where now everything is stored, or rather it's like a parent to it. When we come to our explanation also, so run app function, and inside it we have the my app widget. So this function is the entry point of the app. It loads the my app widget. Right. So so the my app we said is the root widget. My app is a stateless widget, meaning it does not hold any state that can change over time. Okay. So this my app widget is stateless and does not hold any state that can change over time. So it's stateless. It does not change over time, does not take user inputs. So class my app extends stateless widget. So once you say extends stateless widget, you're basically saying that this widget is actually a stateless widget. Are we together up to that point?
Yes.
Or we are
Yes.
floating?
Yes.
Are we floating?
Yes. No, yeah.
Okay. Right. So stateless widget, the my app and my homepage classes extend stateless widget, meaning they are immutable and do not maintain any internal state. So we also have my homepage class, which is also a stateless widget. Where is my homepage class? Oh, line 33. Sorry, I'm taking you way down. So so we are here, we are trying to hide from line 14 all the way to line 17. We are trying to hide the debug banner in the top right corner. I don't know if you remember there's something here written debug in the first app. That usually indicates that the app is still under development, so please understand. It's less like saying work in progress. But now we just set it to false so that can see here line 16 says debug show checked mode banner. This one hides. If you say false, this one hides the debug banner at the top right corner of your app. So we now have our home. So home, we have a scaffold. So a scaffold is basically provides a basic layout structure with an app bar and body. So scaffold is where all the widgets now lie on, right? This is where now all these children lie on. Let me check on the explanation also. So scaffold provides a basic visual structure for the app, including an app bar and a body. So it takes the app bar and the entire body of the app. Like what does this app contain? Okay. So since the scaffold now contains the app bar, contains the body, so what now do we have inside? So we have an app bar widget here, which is basically a text. So this is how you write a widget, okay? App bar, then you indicate that it's actually an app bar widget. Then you give it a title. Okay, what's the title? It's a text. So as you can see here, that's how you write an app bar text, or rather a widget, which is a text. So that's how you indicate that. At first, I want to include an app bar widget into my app, and it should be a text. I indicate the text itself, and now the title of the app shown in the app bar, Hello Flutter app. I don't know if this one is visible. Hello Flutter app. So the app bar is basically the title of the app, or rather the bar. Is the bar low or high? Is the bar low or high? It's usually on top, right? Like app bar. If you say an app bar, it's usually on top. Guys, are we lost?
No, we understand.
Are we digesting?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm really sorry if I'm speaking Greek, right? So we are done with the app bar. So the body, what does the body contain? The body is usually now the entire content of the app, or rather the website. The body is where now everything goes into. So the body, we have my homepage class inside it, the main content of the app defined in my homepage. So the body clearly is contained in the body is basically what contains everything in your app. Like you say, the body of this website is what now lies inside that website. So we have, then now you come, you complete your scaffold, you complete your material, and you close all your functions. So line 32, my homepage is another stateless widget that holds the main content of the screen. My homepage class. So my homepage class is a stateless widget, which now is centered. It has a column. It's still centered, like it centers all children that is contained in it. And now it contains a list of widgets, but in this case we don't really have any other widget. So we just have a text widget inside it that says Hello Flutter. Right? Here it is. We have one of its children, which is a text widget which says Hello Flutter. And the size of that, we said Flutter is all about user interface. So what do we know about user interface? There's a lot of what do we call styling, padding, contain a margin top, you see, things like that. So the style of this text is font size 24. So if you want to style your text, you first indicate the text style library so that it comes with all the font sizes. Then you can also add space between the text and the button, because we are going to put a button below the text. So a button that performs an action when pressed. What do you know about buttons? Buttons are usually used to complete an action, right? Because I've never seen a button that does not take user input. So we have an elevated button, which has an on pressed, which has an anonymous function that says print button pressed. So this prints a message to the console when the button is clicked. So this button basically says, I am taking user inputs. So it's an elevated button that when on pressed, it prints button pressed. Let's just have a look at the short description of it. Right. So we talked about centering. Centers its child widgets within itself. Column arranges its children vertically. Text displays the hello Flutter text. Elevated button, a button that triggers an action. Printing to the console when pressed. We look at that. Image network. Display an image from a provided URL. So if we want to, wait, let's first complete with the button. So we already have a button, but inside the button, it has a child, because a button cannot just be, empty, and that it does not even have a text that says maybe click me, or maybe submit, maybe cancel. You see that a button has to communicate. So the button has a child, which is a text that says press me please. So this is basically the label of the button, so that it can be easy for the user to navigate. So we've come to the end of the elevated button. So we also have we also have a space between the button and the image. We're going to have an image just below the button. Now we are going to display an image from an online universal resource locator and a URL. So image.network. So here, if you're trying to fetch an image from the internet, you use image.network. We can also fetch an image from our local. Like let's say we have a folder called assets. We'll look into that moving forward. We'll look into that. But now we're just trying to fetch an image from the internet. So image.network. Then inside it, please we provide a valid URL for the image. So let me just again. So image.network displays an image provided from a URL. Simple. We will see how images can be put into our resources. Then we now fetch them to include them in our application. So remember to close the image.network, close the widgets, close the column, and close the center. Then now you close all other functions that you have. So from the look of things, you've seen that we can have a text widget, can have a button widget, can have an image widget, we can have a button widget. Which other widget? Which other widget might I have forgotten? Yeah, I think those are the key widgets that we've worked with. And hence, we have our app displayed here. We press here, press me please. Then we go to our terminal. Button pressed. If I press it, it communicates with it. It triggers. So we've said that an image and a button can be used to complete user commands, like a user can interact with the site using a button. So that makes it aesthetic. Yeah. So I think, okay, from the look of things, how is it? Is it a bit hard, or is it something that you can easily get along with it based on the resources and the practice? Just to be honest.
For me, I think having the interactivity and the structure and the styling in one file is kind of hard to process, but I think I'm going to get it with practice.
Okay, that sounds promising. Anybody else? Anybody who's worried? Gideon.
Yes.
How do you feel about the first Flutter application? How do you feel about the widgets?
For me, I'm still taking time to digest.
Somebody else? Okay. I understand it's your first time writing a Flutter application. I'm talking about widgets all and over again, right? But basically, Flutter is all about a user interface. You're just trying to create a user interface. So let's say from line 14 all the way to line, wait, let me just get you something. Okay, line 35 all the way to line 46, for example. That's just you saying, I want it to appear like this. Like, that's just styling. Nothing logical there. It's just you styling it, saying, oh, I want it to be centered. I want it to be column. You see? So,
And I have a question, sorry.
yes.
So, for instance, when you're styling the text, how are you going to add another property? For instance, within font size, you have 24. Can you please add like font weight and give it a font weight of bold, and then we see how you add another property? Do you add another parameter inside the text style, or what do you do?
You can just add it outside. Okay, you can just use the same style like this style. Font, you've said font weight, right?
Yes.
Font weight bold. But you can see from the look of things, it says you duplicated your styling. So what you can do, alternatively, you can just say font weight, font family, right? Font weight, bold. Yeah, something like that. You can as well say font family, font. Let's see first if it's bold. See, it's bolded, right? Have you seen it?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So there's a way. Yes, we said the widgets are reusable. Yes, you can use another style, but that would give you an error. So you can just try which one would work. It just gives an error, but this one will succeed. So this one can also employ font family. Which font family do we have? times font family times New Roman. How do any other font family that we know? There's Greek or something. If you forget the text, you can just text us the font family that you can employ. So basically, Flutter is all about user interface. Okay, all about user interface, and that one depends on how do you want your app to look like. So that brings us into creativity. How do you like your design? Because as you can look here, it's very plain. There's nothing here, right? You're just trying to display the basic widgets. So when we began this, we said that we are going to employ AI. Okay, we are going to employ AI. So I want to give you a very short. It's not even a task. Maybe a homework that we can present in our class. Please engage AI, because we've been mentioning over and over again that vibe code is the future and this is the future. I want you to be creative enough to make this app have like 5 widgets. You can choose either icons, texts, buttons. It's your to you to choose. Okay. Then you can employ even 10 widgets. Make your app look as appealing as possible. Okay. Then you see what you've done. But remember, once you're giving your GPT your code, tell it to give you explanations like this one is. Okay. Tell it to give you statements. And you're only going to use this one file to display your code. So basically, you're just changing this first code. Only this main.dat file is the one that you need to play with. So I want us to use AI to know much about it and to make our app look appealing. Don't even change the color, background color, and everything else. Then we can have a look at it in class before even we drop. Yeah. Are we ready for that small task? Like basically, we're just trying to see how AI can be used to fasten our development. Are we ready? Guys, don't you use AI?
We are ready.
Okay, so let's use it now to make it better. Just give it that code. Describe how you want your app to look like. Make it as beautiful as possible. Then you will see what you've done. Mine looks ugly. It was just the entry point.